Worried about your financial future? Know where to put your hard-earned money. Learn and invest with 2TradeAsia, the preferred online stock brokerage in the Philippines. Beat your money worry. You deserve financial independence. Start today. Start now with 2TradeAsia.
Gusto mo bang mag-invest sa stock market pero hindi mo alam kung paano? We got you! Join our monthly online class now and pwede ka na mag-start mag-invest for as low as 10,000 pesos. This is totally free for everyone. Start your investment journey with us. Click down below to register for free.
Alright. Magandang gabi sa lahat at naulit ang ating video, Sir Chase. Nag-countdown
Hi,
ulit.
John. Thank you very
Hello,
much.
good evening everybody. Good evening. So ayan, diniretso ko na guys. Hindi na kailangan ng isang malupit na introduction. On your screen with me is our VP in 2TradeAsia, Sir Chase. Sir Chase, yan.
Hi,
Say hi
John.
to
Good
our
evening.
audience. Good evening.
Salamat. Hi, everybody. To all the viewers. Thank you. Thanks for having me again, John.
Yan. Actually, kaya in-invite ka namin, Sir Chase, or even this collaboration, this is a simultaneous live as well in 2TradeAsia page, right?
Yes, it is. Yes. Thank you very much. Just, I think in sync naman everything that we're doing, trying to educate and, continuous learning. So, yeah, very much in line yung ano natin.
Yeah. So, guys, while we're waiting for audience to come in, you can comment or pa-shout out kay John or request na lang namin to share this live because you know our goal for this live is to really give you updates of what's happening in the Philippine market in general. So, 'di ba? Yun yung ating goal for tonight and that's where we're here. So, ang dami nag-hi Angelo, actually naka-automate na yan, 'di ba? And of course, this is brought to you by 2TradeAsia and also of course, this is from Wise Investors page as well. And marami po kaming maano sa inyo guys. Marami kaming surprises for this live. Diba, Sir Chase?
Yes, please. Thank you, John.
Yan. All right, so it's 9:02 in the evening. At actually, pag saktong-saktong pang live ko, Sir Chase, may sumigaw, let's go, Odcad. Kasi we're really waiting for Australian-Canadian to retrace. Medyo malaki-laki yung mga pinaglalagay namin dyan eh.
Medyo may mga movements nga sa aming mga currencies and all the other crypto na mga space no?
Halos lahat, not just crypto but even commodities, no? That's why nag-live nga tayo for PSE kasi we want to see also a movement. And later, we're gonna talk about that even further, di ba? Yun ang pag-uusapan natin.
Yes.
All right. Ready ka na, Sir Chase?
Ready. Salamat.
Ready
Thank
na.
you.
Ayan. Okay. Sir Chase, eto muna. Since madami nag-hi before we say hi, for 2023 sa PSE, for you, ano yung pinaka-highlight? Yan. Ano yung pinaka-highlight for 2023 para sa'yo?
Okay. So for 2023, I think we ended the year at 65.55, which is down tayo ng konti from the start of the year. So I think the market was really dominated by low volume. And I think what happened was a lot of the funds, or at least a lot of the money, madami pumunta sa mga fixed income or yung mga actually cash lang. Time deposits were giving you 6%, 6.5% US dollar. Even I had to put my US dollar in some time deposits kasi it was paying out 5%. And just that's something that I have never heard of. Yung mga US dollar ko na mga accounts, puro mga wala pang 1%. So I think last year was really dominated by something that is medyo out of the ordinary. And so a lot of funds took advantage of that. One thing din naman, in terms of sa PSE naman, because nga there was not a lot of volume, there was a constant search for steady, very steady, cash-rich, cash-generating, cash cow type of companies. So you would see Meralco is probably one of the um, top performers for 2023,
Oh, yeah.
and they have a very strong cash dividend yield, and then plus there was a very strong you would have made capital appreciation also. So it was dominated majority by, of course, brought about by the rising interest rates ng 2023. So yung mga nag-outperform are the ones that were a bit more defensive. Underperformers naman, medyo madami din yung mga mabibigat yung utang, daming utang, mga capital intensive na mga sectors, like, property sector is one of the worst hit last year. We saw Ayala Land go as low as 23 pesos last year. And that's, those valuations were very difficult. Yung mga yung mga crash or recession level na mga valuations were the ones that we saw.
Pero
And
Ayala Land, ang bilis nag-bounce as well pag-recover ng market.
Parang sa nakita ko, parang sa nakita ko kasi around 27, 26 pesos, there was a big block sale already. And then Ayala disclosed that they were actually the ones buying. Bumaba pa further, bumili pa sila ulit around 23 pesos yata.
Yeah. Pinaka-lowest was 23
So madaming na-siphon off din talaga na supply during that time. And yun, siguro that's also one thing that caused the rise. And also, of course, medyo toppish na yung interest rates, 'di ba? Ang bilis na nung pag-akyat.
Correct. Yeah. So coming from what you have said, from last year, the market is really on a risk off. Kasi nga, yung market, nakikita niya na why would I risk to the high risk kind of asset if it's gonna give me, if the low risk can give me the same returns, an average
Yun
return.
nga Oo.
Diba?
In fact, baliktad pa It's if you're looking at the index, you would have, negative konti yung return mo without cash dividends yet, of course. But so
Right.
yes, it's really total opposite talaga last year, and nakakagulat lang yung mga returns na makukuha mo just by holding cash last year.
True. Even digital banks was really enjoying all of this. Short term, 6 months, it can give you an average return 7%, 6%. Di ba?
Ay, nako, yan ang na-discover ko. That was so it was so enjoy to spend sa Maya when so di ba Maya has that digital banking license, so you can just may savings ka and may umaabot ako ng mga 10%.
Di ba? So why would you risk for investing? But to be honest, it is also because of that the market is really bottoming during that period. Kasi nga everything is on the safe mode. So halos lahat naging discounted kung papansinin mo din, 'di ba?
Yes, wala masyadong bumibili, and then wala pang volume, yung mga kailangan magbenta, medyo na mabilis yung bagsak nga.
Yeah. Yes. So in terms of quality stocks, nandun talaga nung time na yun last year. And you also mentioned interest rates nag-peak last year, even in the global market.
Yes.
Put everything on a discounted mode. And ito, question, diretso tayo. Right now, start of the year, bull market na ba for you ang PSE?
For me, medyo sa short term, meron na It's already showing signs na nag-bottom out na tayo. In terms of where we are right now, we're trying to break above the 7,000 level. And I think that's going to be the real signal. We do a charting, parang we do a charting email blast every day. Yung mga stocks lang na mga napapansin ng mga traders namin. And when it comes to the PSE index, we even noted na parang baka a matter of time na lang ang breakout natin sa 7,000 because when we first hit that mark, support was at 6.7 or baka nga stronger pa at 6.4, but we never went down that level. It was just at 6,800, which I think tells me that the demand is still very strong. Money still wants to come in, maybe coming from higher yielding na mga interest rate. I'm not very sure. Pero yan, may mga pumapasok na mga pera. So hindi na rin masyado nagko-correct ng malalim yung market, and that kind of I'm hopeful or a bit more optimistic na ngayon na just a matter of time ang breakout sa 7,000.
Yeah, Kasi also on a technical perspective, if you notice, it touches already the third time at 5.8, right? And price reversal is really already here. This is a major resistance from the market. Na-break na niya yung 6.6, which is a very, very strong resistance.
I think so din, yes.
Diba?
The
And
6,
aside
6,
from
6,
that,
7, around that range, that was pretty heavy.
Correct. And it's trading above moving average 200. So it's signaling long-term investor to hold into.
Yeah. But also, gusto ko din yung mga nangyayari naman ngayon. I think we do need to not correct, but para matanggal yung mga kumita na, yung mga weak hands. So you'll see it naman, the foreigners have come back again. I think if we look at the statistics, parang maybe may mga 1 or 2 days lang na hindi na net foreign selling, but I think we're about 23 days of net foreign buying.
Wow.
Barring lang mga a couple of days there, that's net foreign selling. So I'm hoping madaming lumabas na foreigners the past 2-3 years. So I'm hoping these are all new money. So that means if they're buying at these levels around 6.8 to 7,000, their cost will be at 6.8 to 7,000. So that's why I'm hoping that the breakout will be coming soon.
Are they buying the whole index in general, or are they specific on a specific sector?
So far sa nakita ko, banking and properties ang pinaka nabibili talaga ngayon. Ay, hindi, holding din. Holding companies are also being bought. So of course the Ayalas, the SM. It's really the large caps though. Kaya pag nakita mo the smaller companies like Mega World, despite of course meron silang kaso for 1 billion, but that's not I don't think it's a massive effect, but you'll see that it's still lagging behind. So it's really the large cap stocks muna, the ones with heavy liquidity, the ones where they can really buy billions and billions.
Yeah, yun maganda din. Which is when majority driven naman by the foreign investors, and we see it moving na,
itong mga foreign, sana this time there's strong hands, so they'll hold until this cycle. Kasi nga we just came from 2 years of recession or 2 years of a downturn. So I do think that the cycle is now about to galing tayo sa
Yeah. Actually, kung tapansin naman sa din on a macroeconomic since already the US market in general is a bit going at the top most already kasi all-time high na sila no. And wala ka nang mabili na medyo mura-mura pa, di ba? Especially on the tech side. And on our region, India and like mga neighboring countries natin, is also sumasabay. Kung foreign investor ka, if I'm gonna put some of my funds to a discounted one and it's nag-improve na yung interest rates, Philippine stock exchange can be an option.
I think,
aside from China. China din kasi.
Unfortunately, isa talaga tayo sa mga pinakahuling tinitignan. So parang pag kumita na sila sa US, punta yung pera dun sa mas mura, and then in that ladder, medyo mas mababa pa tayo doon. But yes, we do see that foreigners coming in. We do see that search for value, search for dito ngayon. Yung mas a bit more risk on na nga, like you mentioned now. Kasi paano naman, I mean, if you're already at the top for the on the fixed income, aantayin mo pa ba? Yes, you might be enjoying a good rate now, but antayin mo pa ba na bababa in the next 6 or 1 year? Like maybe it's better mag-position ka na something that can
sustain long term
a bit longer. Oo. And at saka ang hirap naman if you're already parang expecting yung rate cuts. rather
True.
than, so alam mo
True.
yun na lang ang inaantay mo na lang is bumaba, and then there's not a lot of upside anymore, I think.
Yeah, correct.
Mahirap yung mga
Yeah, lalo na pag nag-announce na talaga. And I think last quarter the BSP, even the Federal Reserve already sinabi nila, okay, magpo-pause na kami ng rates. So that gives a
I
lot
mean,
of power, di ba, na
wag lang
buying
sobrang
power.
magkaroon ng issue, but yes, I think ang bilis mabilis. Oo.
Yeah. So let's pause. Hi tayo sa mga audience natin because may mga tanong sila. Isama natin sila sa mga discussion. Amel, hi mga sir. Uncle Chase. So yan, may pamangkin ka na, supportive, di ba?
Oh yes,
Napakagandang
tama.
lalaki mo daw talaga. Apple Pie, good evening as well. Yan, shout out to
Hi,
Sir Lloyd.
good evening.
Ayan, ito may tanong. Sagutin na natin to kagad. What
Hmm.
happened with short selling sa PSE?
Hirap naman. So when when PSE announced that it's already available, although they might have launched it already, it was not available first to the retail investors. In fact, until today, it's not available to the retail investors. So those who are looking to invest online, it's totally not available yet. Secondly, when they did announce that is ready, so maybe the system is ready, pero all of the other important factors like, ang maganda dapat sa bagong short selling natin is that dapat magkontrata ka with the clearing house, which is doon naman dumadaan lahat. Kung may seller ka, that means may buyer ka din. So pwede ka na dapat doon humiram. They will always have the shares and all of that. But even that is a little bit delayed. So after the announcement of the launch, medyo yung kontrata medyo na-complicated kasi kailangan ipasa muna sa BIR, kailangan ipasa sa SEC. Pagdating ng 2 weeks na na-approve yung hiniram mo ng mga shares, baka bumagsak na yung presyo. Tapos na yung opportunity. So they made it simpler. But until now, we've only received the guidelines last month. And so when we filled it up, we're trying to, we want to be in the forefront. We want to offer it if possible, but wala pa kami masyadong nakukuhang reply. But again, until now, retail investors is still not yet allowed by the
Pero
PSE.
clarification, it's already approved. Diba?
Yes, it's already, yes. Pwede mo na siya, if you can borrow the shares, yes, you can already short. But it's not kagaya sa mga iba na parang mag-short ka lang tapos bahala na yung sistema sa likod eh. Hindi ganun eh. You need to borrow the shares and it's that's why it's SBL here. It's called Securities Borrowing and Lending eh. So you need a lender and then a borrower. You submit the documents and then you can do your short selling. It's not as straightforward as in other countries eh. So right now I think it's still being ironed out. So
any timeline tingin no on the PSE in general?
It's a big positive that they've already sent us a new guideline, so that way yung mga brokers can already borrow shares from the settlement and clearing house. If they give us feedback, we'll execute the contract and then hopefully we can start offering it. Pero hindi ko pa alam yun sa retail, wala pang timeline. Sa retail wala pang timeline.
Yeah. Kasi it can also increase volatility eh, 'di ba? If people are short selling, the price can really go down to the levels that we want, 'di ba? So people
Yes.
Diba? So
Yes. Oo. But hindi rin it's really hard to say. I mean, kung bababa din naman talaga yung stock, just let market forces do the talking and don't try to protect everyone and then at the end baka naman walang opportunity. I mean, they think that the Filipino investors are very savvy investors, very tech savvy. They know what they're doing. They're very exposed, diba? Ang dami natin exposure, whether it be...
Lalo lang ngayon sa social media and availability ng technology, mas maganda talagang mag-adapt. Actually, mas maganda kung meron na tayong pating liquidity provider, some of it maging CFD na lang din.
Kahit,
diba?
yung mga ganyan, yung mga kahit options na, options is a very nice tool for retail investors,
US,
diba?
yes.
Parang, kasi then you don't have to commit the whole price. Then you can buy these large cap companies. So, pero I'm not saying options. I think options nga is a little bit 'di ba, complicated, but just offer it, I think, and then the Filipinos will learn naman eh. Mabilis tayo mag-evolve, mabilis tayo, at saka tayo na nga mismo ngayon yung humihingi eh. And
True.
it's still not. So, but it's just, I think it's just a matter of time. Sana just a little bit slower. They do the everybody has investors' best interest at heart when it comes to
Yeah.
this. Except
Yeah.
medyo sometimes you can get a little bit too careful. You can get a little bit slower, or it's a work in progress.
May iwan tayo sa global market if they're not gonna implement that as soon as possible. Well,
Yun
anyway,
nga.
let's move to the next topic regarding PSE. With gold all-time high right now, trading at 2,000 per ounce. How this affect, like the a specific stock or our sector in general? They have like updates on this thing inyo? Ikaw, personal take.
Well, as of the moment kasi, yung mining industry natin is still a little bit difficult. So, just a little bit of history. We have that Mining Act of 1998, which was passed, and then nilaban sa Supreme Court. And then finally, nung Gloria Macapagal, President GMA time, naging active promotion ang mining, and therefore that's when people started to in 2008, investors, yung mga foreigners, and then biglang Pinoy time, we had that moratorium.
Yeah,
So
tinanggal.
as of right now, the mining industry is still not recovered even from that. Ang dami pa rin mga salita about changing the tax schemes again for mining. And so I think the industry itself, marami pang kailangan gawin. Pero yes, at the end, we're still one of the most rich countries in the world when it comes to undeveloped na mga natural resource, specifically mga metallic. And so I think that's not gonna go away. So kung may mga yung mga presyo na to, yes, I've been monitoring this also. And
will
yes,
it affect, tingin mo, SEC? What are the mining companies na meron ngayon?
Meron naman mga mining. I mean, para full disclosure lang, some of my relatives are in the mining industry, di ba? In a listed company
correct.
as
Yeah.
well. So yes, it's definitely benefiting us. It's benefiting the industry, those that are operating. Pero to take it to that next level, I think you need to be able to open up the industry. Parang, kasi to develop a mine, it takes 5 years at least?
Yeah,
Kung papalit-palit yung mga regulation, mahirap. Nag-invest
hindi
ka
rin
na ng year 2.
makaka-operate fully.
Oo, nag-invest ka na ng 200 million ng year 2. Bigla na lang nagpalit. So, hindi mo na alam kung tutuloyin mo ba. So yes, regulation is still one of the biggest issues. But yes, maganda to. No matter what naman, the good thing with mining is, yes, mahirapan pa yung regulation, pero the minerals are still there. Philippines is still one of the richest countries mineral-wise. So, when prices are increasing, dapat yung value din umaakyat.
Yeah,
So,
correct.
sana din, as prices go up, then, the regulators or kung sino man will now think of, this will really benefit the Filipinos. There's lots of examples, countries who, was energized by the mining sector. So, yun, of course, I think the will help also, the prices, the gold prices.
Kasi pag tumaas yung presyo, of course, di ba? The valuation also will increase as well. All right, so let's move forward. Tingnan natin. May mga question ba kayo, guys? Put in on the chat box kasi ako papainitin ko ng todo to si Sir Chase because marami akong nakita sa slide deck na
parang pinawisan na nga ako konti dyan. Ikaw naman.
All right, so another question, tingin nyo. Let's go to IPO. Ang daming ini-expect yung mga tao about IPO, including GCash, all of this. So I'm gonna share this screen from from 2TradeAsia deck. Yan, ito lang. Diba? Ito, yung mga IPO and prospective preferred shares. Ang dami. Nakikita nyo. Hinihintay ng lahat to eh. Pag-usapan natin, of course, diretso tayo sa mga muna sa mainit-init dyan, di ba? Yung mga dalawang dyan. Let's go for first Citicorp. Citicorp has been trading on an expensive price to book value, and then now they want to expand on another probably preferred shares, additional shares, right?
Yes.
Any comments on this? Is it a good buy tingin mo, or
yung
20 years pa rin ba yung Yeah, go ahead.
Yung current Citicorp na REIT, 'di ba? It's
Yeah.
just for the properties eh. So this time
Yes.
it will be the company that will be that's occupying those properties. So majority sila nasa solar, si Citicorp, and I think the push with renewable energy, kami were very positive on it eh. I think
Uh,
that the government, the DOE themselves have a target that we need to reach. I think it's 50% renewable sa lahat ng mga supply natin ng power. So very much in line to with, I think, a very nice growth. And one thing that's important, ang problema kasi sa industry, ang mahal pa niya in terms of
yeah, super.
building the solars, building all of these. So it really is very capital intensive. So I would be, for me, I would be excited for something like Citicorp, provided that they can, they have the expertise and stuff. But Citicorp naman, they're already proven they do have some plants already running. Plus, madami pa silang mga service contracts. So I
Nice,
I think
nice.
I think it's I think it's good, exciting. We do have similar options that's already out there that also has very strong backing. So, yun. Magiging tatlo sila. Magiging tatlo sila dyan sa space na yan that will be buying for our funds.
Yeah. Ito, diretso. Ito mga biggest natin na mga inaabangan is particularly GCash.
I think
Yan.
GCash is...
Tutuloy ba sila? Tutuloy na ba silang ano?
Kaya nga eh. But I think nung last, they're really working on it. That's what we know. And I think we are expecting it 2024.
Na mag-IPO sila. Yeah,
Oo.
mag-IPO.
Yung last time kasi, they were not really making money yet. And I'm not very sure what the ano is. I think hindi sila malagay sa main board, yung mga ganun. Some technicalities. So, I think now that they are either, di ko alam kung break even or they're already making money. But so that was the prerequisite, and I think they're close, if not they're already there. So I'm very excited for GCash in terms of just hindi ko alam kung anong possibilities meron kasi ang dami natin, wala na akong kilala walang GCash ngayon eh. So
True.
just the
Yeah.
adoption of it is already so high that there's so many things you can do with it that it's just going to be really I think it will be a very powerful company, and they can really do a lot of things if they can monetize it. So just users alone, I think it's a very exciting company.
Correct. Ang laki kasi ng user pool nito eh. Sobrang parang naging bangko ng mga tao.
Sobra.
So, diba? So, if they're gonna maximize this nag-IPO pa, magandang potential talaga siya. And
Ako
they're
sobrang love na love ko yung GCash funds ko. Talagang tinitipid ko yan.
right, diba? Right. So, aside from that, wala masyadong competition. And did you know na pwedeng magamit GCash International through Alipay?
So like mag-transfer lang ako?
No, you can pay. You can pay a establishment using your GCash. So that's how
Okay.
powerful that app is. So parang wow, sabi ko, ganun siya kalakas. So in terms of if they're gonna IPO, as long as like average lang yung price ito, feeling ko to, isa to sa mga bagger stocks if just in case.
Sa huli, di mo na kailangan ng wallet eh, no? Talagang GCash mo na lang. Wala, you have
Yeah, oo.
everything there in that app.
Pwede to talagang i-trade by the volume ng mga tao because of like karoon ng euphoria or like in terms of price on the short term.
Exciting.
Pwede talaga. Oo, pwede talaga.
Exciting dyan yung mga ano kasi, it's so hard to put a value on. If you have 80 million users, almost the whole Philippines.
Yeah.
Hindi ko alam. Paano ba natin
80
i-value
million
yan? So,
divided by 110. So they're like what?
diba?
There's 80% the
Oo
whole
nga eh.
population merong GCash.
Yeah.
And when you deposit to GCash, hindi mo naman pwede labas yun ng basta-basta ng pera eh.
Ako, hindi na nalalabas.
Diba?
Nagagamit na.
Diba? So
Oo.
that's how powerful. Kung pa-evaluation, I think talaga pwede siyang maging like yung mga nag-IPO in the past, like talagang mga what is the smart something na nag-IPO tapos nag times 3 on the third day. I mean,
Was
3
it Double
days.
Dragon? No.
Yeah, Double Dragon is one. I think majority nito ay Injap stock, the grocery
Oo nga.
store, 'di
Mm.
ba? So
Tignan
something
natin,
like,
medyo
'di
malaki
ba,
si
'di ba?
GCash though, medyo mabigat, but one thing nga tama ka, yung value I don't know. I also am not sure how to
Yeah,
value something
how to
like
value
this.
something like this, no? So pero
Mm.
feeling ko mabigat yung kung mabigat to, hindi masyado on the short term pero long term pwede,
Yeah,
'di
I would
ba?
be excited to be a part owner of GCash and see how they can monetize or just introduce more products to my GCash, how to make my experience even better, and I'd be so excited.
Yeah, dalawa lang sila magkalaban ni Maya. Sino ba kalaban nito? Wala na, iba.
Wala na. Oo,
Right?
wala.
Right?
Oo.
And
And
ito rin inaabangan ng mga tao. Sige, go ahead, Sir Chase. You have
no,
something to
sorry,
add?
ang hirap na siguro din lumaban ngayon, I think. I think yun na
Yeah.
yun. Medyo
Wala.
na-adapt na ng mga tao so fast that if there's a new entry, it might be difficult also. That's why I
True.
think GCash ganda din. No?
If
They have just the
mag-IPO.
power, so powerful.
Yeah. And the question is, saan nila gagamitin yung IPO? Why would they do that, right?
Oo nga, I mean, that's exciting too. Also, kung anong mga plano, it can open up a lot of things talaga.
You've mentioned kasi, are they like only break even for them to IPO?
Hindi ko alam if it's just because, they're still continuously developing. Also, they don't really charge a big amount. They just want the users first. So, sorry, hindi ko masyado alam yung kung ano. Pero yan ang mga naririnig ko that they're, they weren't fully making money yet before. That's why na.
Okay. Kasi
But
nasa activation period pa siguro. Pag
baka,
nag-harvest,
it's
patay.
they're still making sure that it's adopted, na magamit mo, madali gamitin, and once you're dependent, I mean, that's when they'll try to monetize siguro.
Yeah, totoo.
Siguro.
So, speaking of REITs, kasi majority of my community, of my followers, even me in the Philippine Stock Exchange, are more into REITs in general. And if we're gonna to drill down to REITs, the only usually available for REITs, majority nasa residential, wala pa tayong mall eh.
Oo
Diba?
nga.
Like office or
Yes.
Ayala. And I think it will be a deal breaker for SM to introduce a REIT composed of mall. Lalo lang ngayon, nagsispend yung mga tao. Any insight? Tutuloy kaya nila to?
Sana. I think this is probably the most awaited na REIT out there. SM eh. I mean, do I need to say more? It's SM malls. It's I mean, especially with commercial bouncing back so fast compared to the residential and the offices. Offices nga hindi pa nagba-bounce back eh. But
True.
SM is just SM, and I would jump on the opportunity to get an SM REIT. Maybe start earning. I don't think you'll be getting like a 7-8% with SM. Like a Mega World, but if you can get a 5.5 or 6,
okay na. Basta consistent.
Holding SM consistent, and it's semi. I don't want to say recession proof, but I think they have enough muscle. It's almost too big to fail.
Yeah, correct. Lalo na kung ang investment mismo ni REIT niya is more into the mall side. Kasi yun yung magiging deal breaker eh.
Oo.
Wala pang REITs for this eh, 'di ba? So kung
Kung
mangyayari
magbubukas ako
yun,
ng franchise, nalaman ko may opening sa SM na mall, yan ang tatalunan ko kaagad.
'di ba? 'Di ba?
Di ba? So it
Wala
just has that aura and that
Yeah. So ito exciting din pala talaga. Saka tiniming nila na recovering ang market to really
Oo nga
introduce
eh.
all of this IPO. Even MPI babalik, imagine mo.
Yung mga tollways and the hospital.
Hospitals, 'di ba? Pero
Alam mo,
more into
nasayangan ako sa
defensive.
MPI. I did, although it was always a laggard, but I did like the portfolio of that conglomerate. Yeah.
Yeah, pero parang bumabalik sila. Imagine, 'di ba? For
Oo nga,
hospitals
the
naman na
tollways.
side.
Oo, parang exciting yung gusto nila gawin, the San Miguel and Metro Pacific tollway merger.
'Di
I
ba?
think
So
that's what
very
they're trying to do.
defensive.
Tapos, oo,
Yeah.
But also, I think malaki din yung upside pa sa ngayon. Dami pang kailangan gawin and yeah.
Speaking of all of this, ang ganda ng outlook ng 2024 for PSE. How do you think with the happenings of the Google market, with availability of the crypto market, availability ng forex market, how do you think that we can attract people to invest in the Philippine like economy in general? The easiest way possible. How do you think the government can help, no? Kasi wala eh. Ang hirap ng i-educate, di ba? 1% pa rin tayo.
Oo.
Ang daming options na ngayon. Before, PSE lang. How do
Oo nga
we,
eh.
like, di ba? How do you think? Kasi may question dito eh. You mentioned that about PayMaya. Is this happening already?
Yes, actually, the current situation is that we've been live with them. Like, if you click your Maya, you click stocks, makikita mo nandun na si 2TradeAsia eh.
Nice.
However, si SEC, our regulator, has been ensuring that the product and the service is foolproof. So since December 5 hanggang today, it's only been internally. So kami at saka Maya mga employees lang ang gumagamit. But it's
Uh-huh.
already live. We've already been using it with the live servers. So far, wala naman kaming problema. So we already wrote a letter with the SEC to tell them that we are ready to go public. So once we've received their go-ahead, hopefully by the end of this month, we should be ready to go.
So, meaning 2TradeAsia is widely available diretso to Maya probably
Yes.
next month, starting next month. And
Yes.
people can buy stocks even in the Maya direct.
Yes. Yeah. We've actually been talking to them. We were one of the first ones to talk to them about providing stocks on the platform, and started about January pa of 2023. And the way that we have integrated the 2TradeAsia onto your Maya wallet, I think it's a game changer.
Nice, nice.
Kaya
So
din
at least
medyo
makakatulong.
matagal yung testing.
Yeah. Kasi may even crypto, meron na nga dun eh sa kanila, di ba? That's how fast they are
Meron
adapting.
sila, oo. But
Oo.
in-integrate namin sa wallet mo para that way, yun nga, if you're somebody who's looking at their savings side and trying to maximize your savings, so kapag naka-connect siya doon, so kapag ready ka na bumili ng stocks, that's the only time that it will be deducted from your wallet. So every day you could be making money, whether you just leave it in the savings or you're ready to invest. We've really integrated it, made it all real time, so that it's seamless for the
Nice.
users.
That's a good update for 2TradeAsia. At least mas madali din for people. Instead of opening direct so sa inyo, they can use the Maya in general o diretso na kagad, di ba?
Just to ano lang din, so because when you apply for Maya, di ba, if you're a verified customer of Maya, may mga steps na kulang pa di ba, sa brokerage. So before
correct.
you're able to make your first trade, there's like a couple of pages, like what's your investment experience, what's your
KYC.
mga AMLA KYC
Yeah.
items that just needs to be answered.
Nice. All right, Sir Chase. So before we go, may mga question tayo dito.
Sige, please.
Before pa tayo dito, BPI is introducing na rin their payment system. Oo. Pero I think sa sobrang laki ni GCash, di sila basta-basta makaka-penetrate. Sobrang pagsasabi ng online, GCash is the parang the brand to go di ba right now?
For now.
Any plans for 2Trade go to GCash also?
I think for now hindi ko pa masyado masabi. GCash is also this is from what I know. From what I know, GCash is also a part owner in AB Capital, which is the brokerage that they use.
Nice.
So I'm not very sure if they should, they should be open to a non-exclusive agreement. But I think for now their contract is an exclusive contract.
Nice. Okay, so tingnan natin, balik tayo sa mga stock picks mo for 2024. Bibigay ko rin yung stock picks ko for 2024 before we let you go. Okay, let's then second, I'll mention a stock you think buy, hold or sell.
Sounds good. Sounds fun. Fun.
Okay, then tingnan natin. Lalo na yung mga stock na sikat in the past few years. All right, so stock picks mo muna. What are your top stocks
Medyo umakyat na,
personal?
our 2024 outlook we released nung December, and pero same pa rin naman ang top pick namin. It's still the banking industry.
Banking
And ang
industry.
pinakamura dyan is Metrobank. So why do we
Mm.
like the banking industry? We think that during 2023, when interest rates were going up, they were able to mitigate the cost of that by passing it on. So, if you had a car loan or you had a mortgage, you would have felt it.
Yeah.
Na feel mo umakyat yung interest rates mo. And so they were able to mitigate that cost. And now that we are starting our recovery, maybe interest rates have peaked, hopefully. And once interest rates starts to go down, the banking sector will be very, very critical in providing these loans as companies reinvest. Even small and medium enterprises start to invest, start to build, start to and then with expectations of interest rates going down,
Yeah.
we see that their loan books starting to grow as well.
Yeah.
So Metrobank is the cheapest stock in that sector. But of course, any of the large three, BDO, BPI, Metrobank, we think will benefit this year.
Gumalaw na eh. Gumalaw na lahat eh. Even
When
halos
we made the
nag-reverse.
recommendation, it was about 51 pesos.
Yeah,
We were targeting 75 pesos as our target price. We're still halfway there. Pero, para sa akin, this stock used to be 100 pesos. If you do hold this over this cycle, I mean, we're just starting that cycle. Yan ang so we might be looking at 2024 for this live show, but we can look beyond that and look at this curve to maybe continue over the next 2-3, hard to say, but so yun, I think
So
stock is
fundamentally,
very much undervalued.
So fundamentally, ulitin ko lang for the sake ng audience, pag bumaba yung interest rates ng Bangko Sentral, may buying power, lalapit sa kanila.
Yan ang expectation namin is that expansion na yung ng economy. That's a sign for businesses to start borrowing money again.
Yeah.
Everybody, honestly, not just for capital pang simula ng investment, but it could be also just even pang tawid lang ng maybe yung orders mo, you want to order more, and because you think you can sell it more, let's say you're a trading company, diba? So
how much is your fair value for Metrobank?
Hirap naman no, but I think where the price to book value used to be, if you can get it at even 1.2 price to book, that will be very, very good. That will be very, very good. I don't think it's impossible for the stock to go to 100 in time. I don't know when that will be. It will be dependent on a lot of things, but the stock, I think, is capable of going to 100.
Nice. 100, That's like on the current price, that's 160% up.
Yes. Again, I'm not just talking about 2024. I think
moving forward, yeah.
I think moving forward, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice. What else? Holdings, conglomerates.
Ang pinaka-top din namin, umakyat na rin, especially with the MPI, GT Capital, we felt was just so cheap. GT Capital was just so cheap. Pero when it comes to just the portfolio itself of a holding company, Ayala Corporation is where I would leave my money. Short, medium, or long term. Ayala Corporation.
Ayala Corp.
I think that their portfolio of renewable energy with the cash flow of Globe, with the premium name like Ayala Land, they're also aggressive in the logistics side. So lahat ng industry nila, for me, are growth industries with the backing of something like Globe that has, can provide you 20-something billion of free cash flow every year.
True. Sarap to reviewin fundamentals ito Inanote ko yan.
Yung chart lang medyo nabugbog lang siya recently. But I would be, on the medium to long term, or I would be accumulating this stock. I would, give it to my kids
Yeah.
and those stuff. Yeah, I
That's
think.
actually what we are doing also on this page. We're giving our best to diversify, hindi lang on one asset. Even ako, I still have a lot of holdings in the Philippines, in Philippine Stock Exchange in general. Okay, so last segment tayo before I let you go, Sir Chase. Buy, hold, or sell. Lalo na, okay.
Let's go.
Dito Telecom.
Ang hirap. Even at the beginning, but of course, ako medyo positive ako, medyo surprised nga ako how well they have met the criterias of yung mga towers, cell sites, and all of that.
Uh,
Pero
yeah.
to be honest, I'm not very sure how easy it will be to compete against PLDT and Globe at this point.
Yeah.
Hindi ko lang masyado sure.
2 peso level eh. 2 peso level. No?
Hindi ko man lang nga alam kung sasabihin ko ba mura eh. Sandali ha.
Ang hirap eh. At 2 peso level,
At
di mo alam
at this
mag-grow.
point in time, medyo hold ako. If you think that the price is cheap and that they can compete, kahit hindi man lang take market share so much, just compete lang, pricing, service-wise. I think it's a cheap price at this, but for now, I'm holding. I'm not excited na hindi ko lang sure if kaya nila pantayin ng services.
Okay. Hold.
I always look at the story and the actual company para it's just
Para safe.
easier to decide that way. I mean, kung chupita lang naman pinag-uusapan natin, then maybe there's an opportunity. I'm not sure. Pero
Wala, hindi masyado gumagalaw eh.
for me, hold ako.
Hold.
Ikaw,
Okay.
dali. Ikaw, hindi ka ba sasagot?
Ako, I'll wait for it at 1 peso at least. Then I'll buy
Wow.
there. Ngayon, wala pa. I'll do for the technicals. Fundamentals, I'm not really comfortable.
I see.
Even the owner has a lot of debt. So how do you
Oo.
attract investors in general?
Mm-mm.
But looking at the business, they're strong on provinces. There's really potential.
Ganun
They're
ba?
taking over.
Meron na.
No,
I mean,
they're strong in that. Sobra.
asa ang probinsya? Kasi Davao Mangkogikan.
No, pag nasa province ka, like example Cebu, there are spots in Cebu that Globe is weaker, but dito Telecom surprisingly amazing. So they're really catering on the outskirts.
I see.
So that's what we're doing. Sabi ko, okay, di may potential to. So I'll
Tapos
review the
masaya
thing.
naman yung mga gumagamit. Masaya naman.
Yeah. Even ako, I'm a user. I have a Globe and a dito.
Talaga? Dalawa
yeah.
pa rin ang telepono mo nowadays?
Siyempre. Kasi nga may part na mahina. So that's
Anong
what's good
tinatago
about.
mo? Just kidding.
Hindi, pang-trading yung isa eh. Pang-trading yung isa.
Okay. I see.
Okay.
Good
So,
segue.
okay. Next, ASEN. Ayo, may natanong din ASEN.
Bugbog na bugbog, but for me, I'm a big buyer of this stock. I think that kung ano man yung mga pinagdadaanan nila ngayon, high interest costs, like very high development costs, I think that's really the cost of starting. Kunyari, yung mga dati, hindi ko alam, John, kung naabutan mo, yung PLDT dati, parang Piltel pa yata yan dati or something, and then they built up their services and stuff. So, for me, AC Energy, although hindi lang, one of my issues lang din is that mas mahirap lang siya i-gauge kasi yung assets niya are not just in the Philippines.
Yeah.
But
Malaysia.
for Australia is one of the bigger
yeah.
ones. They're looking at Vietnam, also India. But for me, this company is something that could be a blue chip in the future. It's something that if they can reach their target of 20 gigawatts by 2030, by then dapat medyo mas mura na yung mga development costs and mas makapag mas efficient na rin ang mga power plants na mga ganyan, mga renewable.
Ito na yung point kasi ng market structure in general na speculators are leaving and the business side of things should talk on this side.
Dapat, especially this year. This year, I think we are looking at about parang 1,700 megawatts yata of power plant that's coming online this year. Now you might not feel the earnings this year, but you might for sure you'll see it on the 2025.
Yeah.
So I think I can parang ang expectation namin is for capacity to grow by 50% this year and then maybe another like 25% by 2025.
So you're buying
So
a lot. Buying a lot for ASIN.
ikaw naman buying a lot to.
Buy, pero buy. Big buy, sabi mo.
I believe in the fundamentals of the company. I think this is
Okay.
something na pwede natin i-accumulate as we go, get older, just continue believing
Yeah.
that it can be one of those. Okay, I'm not saying that this is one of a kind, syempre, but something like Jollibee back in the day, that which was 9 pesos,
Yeah.
1997, and then you can just grow with the company.
Nice.
Put your money as they put it to good use, while helping the environment, putting a lot of good.
A-REIT, buy, hold, or sell?
For me, I'm a buy when it comes to
Dividend.
REITs.
Okay. Dividend
I'm
yield,
a, I'm a buy.
6%.
I'm a buy when it comes to REITs. Unfortunately, hindi ito yung REIT na napili ko nung una akong bumili, nung nagkaroon
Hindi
ako
ka
ng isang
kumuha ng
REIT.
28?
Hindi,
Hindi ka
akala ko
nakakuha,
kasi
sayang.
meron akong isang ginawang assumption. I thought the office segment would be back by now.
Okay,
But
okay. I
it
was actually
seems
ako din
like,
because of the work from home, right?
but it seems like it's persisting. It's even much harder to hire now. We're definitely losing a lot of talent to work from home setups.
Yeah. So it's a buy for you?
For me, it's a buy.
Okay.
These, just like SM, you cannot find these premium spots. Again, these are REITs naman are matured assets. So you want to get the most premium name possible.
HC, logistics.
Full disclosure lang ha, meron may relationship kami with them. But so for me, it's a strong buy also. It's just that I love where they're gonna be taking the company. So I've also visited their site in Laguna Technopark. So ang sabi nila is para silang ng warehousing, para silang yung mga high-end na mga Forbes, ala Forbes daw sila ng warehousing, where it's a one-stop shop. You have, for sure enough electrical, whatever, everything that you need will be there. Even customs and BIR, I heard they house it there, so that kapag may shipment ka, dun na one-stop shop lahat.
Green.
Sorry, sandali. And also, I really love we're getting into the data center. I think that's also a very nice segment sa All HC. They have a cold storage. So I really like where this company is going. I really like where this company is going. They acquired the Pampanga 192 hectare about 3 years ago, and I think grabe sila Ayala eh. Nakita ko they buy the property for like 800. They do a bit of drawing, a bit of construction here and there, a bit of roads. Next thing you know, they're selling it to you at 10,000. So I'm a big believer in this company. I've seen also some of their customers. They have Entrego already on board, some Japanese companies. So yeah, I think this company is something to watch out for.
So it's a buy for you?
It's a buy. It's a buy for me, yes.
Okay. Kasi mga sikat to eh. Last, ito yung mga bumagsak kasi recently. Converge. Yan, mga sobrang nasa bottom eh. Ayan, Converge. What do you think?
So, for Converge, it's so dati when they still first did their IPO, I started asking people about how they feel about Converge. The people who use the service, sobra silang happy. And then the past couple of years, parang hindi ko alam kung sobrang dumami ba yung customers nila, but yung mga ibang same people that I asked, they're not as happy anymore. Tagal na daw ng service, yung mga ganun. But I think Converge has a very good backbone. I mean, I did mention, di ba we talked about dito kanina about how I'm not sure if they can compete. Well, Converge, I think, is already competing.
Correct.
So, sorry,
at the price of 831, are you buying? Look at the price though. It's actually
sobrang tinitignan ko siya.
Cheaper than the IPO, imagine mo.
Converge is part of my watch list. It's
Watch this. What?
definitely ang ganda for a telco that that has upside still. That's very rare. So it could be special. I just don't know. Hindi ko pa masyado
What's your deal
natitignan.
breaker adding this to your portfolio? Deal
Kapag
breaker.
mag-continue yung
Price?
mga for me, I want to look at the customer experience and how it's going. If makausap ko na ulit yung mga tao and they're happy again with the service of Converge or at least the post service, I would be buying. I think because then that way kapag mag-offer sila ng mga mura ulit na parang they'll laban, 'di ba? Nandiyan na yung infrastructure mo eh. That's the thing with telco. Your infrastructure is there. You just need the customers. So kapag they can really actively compete again, maybe bring down the prices, it'll be good for everybody, all the consumers. I think they have a good backbone eh. They have a good infrastructure eh. So if they can improve on everything else, I would be a buyer, especially at these prices. Especially at
Yeah,
these prices.
look at the device. It's cheaper than the IPO.
Yes eh.
Diba?
Oo eh.
Tapos, kung titignan mo din on the brighter side, 'di ba? Few years ago nagkakaproblema si PLDT when it comes to their finances, 'di ba?
Yes,
Dapat
correct.
strong side na to ni Converge. I mean,
Tama
hopefully
nga eh.
the price
Oo.
could relate to that kind of experience that you're talking about, no?
Yung last year, the reports, parang they underperformed the expectations. Hindi naman down, but they underperformed. And I think it's due to, parang ito yung nakuha ko sa research team namin. I'm not part of the research team, so,
Yeah.
but ang nakuha ko is that, they were able to capture a lot of teachers during
Yeah.
the work from, a school from home type of setup. And I think a lot of those people are going back, and so they have stopped their service. So they were chosen as the preferred because they're relatively cheap, decent speed, very good. So yun. That's why I know
Yeah.
that they have a good backbone. I think they have a very good backbone. You can really okay siya. Yun
Yeah. So
lang. Sana
malalaman
yung next
natin yung if the price stables at this rate plus the fundamentals come in even like to 2 quarters earning, 3 quarters earnings positive. Ang laki ng upside eh kung stable yung price. Now it's trading below its IPO. Medyo kailangan muna niyang mag-sideways for
Sino pa ba
a long period of
nagbebenta
time.
nito at these levels,
Yun nga
John?
eh. Yun nga eh.
Parang I'm just also so surprised where the massive selling pressure is still coming from. Hindi ko rin masyado
Correct.
sure.
Correct. Probably it's still driven by the risk factors ng whole global market, 'di ba? Nauna lang yung mga blue chips with this
Siguro.
mga secondary stocks, 'di ba? Kasi nasa halos nag-reversal na yung ibang blue chip eh. So we will see.
Can I ask,
Go.
nasan yan support mo? Can you zoom in a little bit more?
Sure.
Nasaan yung
Yeah,
support
let's see.
niyan?
This is a weekly chart.
Saan yung medyo low niya na ano?
Yun. And this is the support is around
763.
768,
Sana hindi na yan
780.
mag-break. Sana hindi na yan mag-break. Kaso,
At
sana hindi na
8%.
yan mag-break. Kasi that would tell me at least may suporta na, no?
True, di ba? And coming on a larger view, kung papansin mo, it's going sideways a bit.
Sideways na no? So may konting, sana nag-bottom out na. Yun nga sana pag nag-hold yung 760 something or 770, actually sana nga hindi na bumaba ng 8 eh.
Actually, yun
no?
siya. Or
that
a breakout of...
tell me that nag-higher high na siya.
Yeah.
Higher
or
low,
a breakout,
higher low.
Yeah. Or a breakout of this 10 peso would mean a possible reversal, no?
I would definitely trade that at that break.
Correct. Diba? Kasi parang kapag mo, moving average also really
I would definitely
consistently diba? Consistently making the moving average 200 as a resistance.
Yes.
So probably if we consolidate more than depends on how the market perceive this, makikita natin. Pero laking upside ito from the full blast.
Yeah, oo nga.
500%, no? Ma-hold mo.
Wag na lang siguro natin tignan yung full blast.
100% na short period, okay na, no?
My gosh. What is that previous high na isa? Yan yung mataas konti. Yung recent lang, 2018? 19?
Yeah,
around
here
19, 20? Hindi, above
20%.
that 10. Above that 10, that 18? Is that 18?
Yeah, here 20.
20
139. 139. Yeah. So, on the upside na 1 year, 139 or 6 months, pwede na. Buy and
I
hold.
would I think that would be a great return.
Yeah,
Kailangan ko
yeah.
lang sana, gusto ko lang sana marinig na na people are very happy, will be very happy with with the service at Converge. Kasi I think
Yeah,
if they're happy, things will follow. Mabilis eh. Mabilis yan paminsan eh.
true, true. On the technical side, let's see. That's why naghanap din ako mga bottom stocks kasi if kung umangat na tong mga blue chips and we can actually buy and hold some stocks that has potential. We're
Dami.
looking at it, di ba? Dami.
Daming
So,
nasa ilalim pa rin. Totoo lang, sobrang dami. And
actually,
some
yeah.
really large companies are still at the very bottom.
Yeah, that's the hunting comes in.
Oo nga.
All
Yes.
right. So, 2TradeAsia has some announcement to make before we go.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. So, just a little bit about ourselves. 2TradeAsia is the first online stock brokerage in the Philippines. We are the online
Wow.
arm of FYAP Securities, which celebrated our 50th anniversary last year. We opened our doors in 1973, and so we're still here and still innovating. Some of the things that we offer, or at least features, is we built an eKYC application system which has brought down the application from about a day, having to send it yung actual papel and all to an eKYC down to 15 minutes. Our customer care team, we understand that we're dealing with money and it never sleeps. So even on the weekends, not 24/7 but on the weekends, you can rest assured may mga sasagot sa'yo sa either social media, or you can just message Facebook and all that stuff. We have a customer care team even on the weekends. We've also developed the 2TradeAsia Plus, which is what we will be introducing together with Maya. It has a standalone software that you can download. It has a website and, of course, the mobile app. So all in one. We still provide free online classes. We provide a daily charting from our traders and, of course, research. Again, we have our all-in-one dashboard. Conditional orders are still there, which also we will continue to innovate when it comes to conditional orders. We'll continue to deliver more. We have a new offering, which is the first in the Philippines. It's called thematic baskets, where we pool certain from the research team, certain stocks that we feel embody a certain idea, a trade sector, a trade values. So it could be anything that's turned into a basket of goods for the customer. That way, we think it's a good way to get into stocks. Easier also to be able to say that, oh, I'm invested in renewable energy and the banking sector, instead of hindi mo alam kung saan ka naka-invest. Of course, alerts. This could be used. Make sure you take advantage of these small features. A little bit more about thematic baskets. Again, it's a collection of stock portfolio that we have handpicked. And so far, we have 10 baskets. We have a mini index tracker, which is a good representation of the index. I mean, Sir John, you did mention that usually if you follow the index, having a 20-year period has a 100% chance to yield
Yes.
to yield a positive return, and I think that's
Yes.
something that says something. We have a travel tourism. We think that could be one of the bounce back sectors. Infrastructure, telecom, clean power, of course, that's where our renewable energy comes in. Property sector, we have a REIT basket, we have some value plays we think that are very, very undervalued, and we've got some dividend plays. We will be introducing a consumer basket very soon, just because we think that as interest rates stabilize, I think naman inflation also stabilizing, people have adjusted, and hopefully consumer demand or consumer behavior starts to return or even increase. So this is our this is where we live by. Investing made easy for the busy, but we have made it even easier by partnering up with Maya.
Yun.
So we will be there's as long as you're a verified user of Maya, there's no initial deposit. You open your account with 2TradeAsia using the Maya app, and you're connected. It having a being a verified user, syempre, we've already assumed that you have cash in the wallet and all of that, and so that's why we don't need an initial deposit. It also, again, like I mentioned earlier, the way we've integrated it is that you can buy stocks real time using your Maya Cash instead of having to transfer it first with to Trade Asia and then using it there. It's instant, and same goes with the withdrawal. So it's really seamlessly integrated. So one thing also that is not talked about here is that you can, with to Trade Asia, you can also take advantage of that savings. So when you spend, diba, in Maya, investing into Trade Asia counts as that. So if you invest 25,000, example, from your savings, then your interest rate probably go to 8% from 6%. So again, we think that it's just maximizing your money, making sure that you're able to earn as much as you can, really putting the tools in your hands. I just wanna end with our promises is that we promise to continuously innovate, to try to bring you the best tools possible, to always provide a seamless experience, customer service, 7 days a week, and full transparency. We understand that we're dealing with money, and we are fully transparent with you. So
Nice,
maraming
nice.
salamat. Thank you very much, John, for giving us
Uh,
this opportunity.
all
And
right.
ang
Yeah,
saya talaga always to just talk about the market, talk about
correct.
different ideas to exchange. I'm still learning every single day. So thank you very much.
Kaya kailangan kasi sayang opportunity because people really need to diversify. That's one thing. They're putting a lot their resources to high risk investment,
Mhm.
neglecting the investment that they can actually enjoy
They can
here na
see,
nakikita nila. They
they
can see,
that
they
they're
can
already
enjoy.
using.
Yup, yeah, di ba? Hindi nakikita. I mean, like, these prices are really bottoming.
Mm.
Di ba? If they can really just diversify,
Yeah.
sayang opportunity. And it could
Also,
actually help
John,
us. Di ba?
yung the way that I try to look at different stocks, I think it's very simple lang naman. I just look at for Converge, I want to look at kung okay na ba yung service, because I think everything will follow after that. So because
Yeah.
they have good infrastructure, so don't need to keep it complicated. Things that you can really see and observe yourself, monitor,
Yeah,
because you
because
are
you're
part owner of that business, diba? You will be
true,
part owner of that business.
true. Yeah. If you're really buying it on the long term side, talagang long
Mm,
term, now you're
yeah.
not gonna sell it in the next 10 years, 15
Mm,
years, right? And I keep on accumulating, right?
mm.
So yun yung mga potential na ngayon, actually was the last year's last chance na sana eh. Bottoming lahat ng stock last year, di ba?
Yes, that last year
So,
was the worst. Yes, correct. But
uh,
it's hard to bottom pick din last year.
so,
Like I don't think I was able to really buy at 5.8 just because di ko alam kung babagsakan pa ba yung 5.8. You mentioned 3 times yung napuntahan. Paano kung
yeah.
binagsakan? So
Oo.
yeah, but so it's not too late. We're still very much in the early stages, and just if you believe in because nga of these risk or situations that we are in right now, that's why you have these upsides. Kung wala
True.
naman to, kung fully realized na natin lahat, then
Wala.
where's the
Nasa
upside?
taas na lahat. Wala na.
Obviously, too
Wala na.
late.
Nasa tuktok na. Too late for us.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
that's why kahit a bit of probably a glimpse of that expansion stage na economy while everybody's on fear, start na kumilikitate. That's usually what I'm
I think
saying,
so.
di ba?
Especially din nga yung mga kalaban mo, which is yung mga time deposits. It's just a matter of time. Eh. You already know that interest rates are maintained or probably gonna go down. So, with those information, yes, pwede mo pigain as much as you can. It's up to you.
True. True.
So
True.
But
And
no,
yeah, for me, Sir Chase, nasa ano pa tayo? Early recovery ng economy.
oh,
So
very early,
meaning that, 'di
yes.
ba? Very early
Uh-huh.
pa. So stock prices are still very cheap. Stock prices still discounted pa at this stage, especially in our own. So sayang.
Kailangan
So
pa
that's
natin
why
kontrolin actually inflation pa natin. So it's, we're not totally out of the woods, but that's why
yeah. So that's why we need to educate people by doing this live, no, once in a while, para at least alam nila din, no, informed decision, objective look at the macroeconomics in general on the next live natin. So what we can expect from you on our next live, Sir Chase? May
Oh,
expect ka ba
I'd
kami?
very much love to do this on a regular basis. Talk to you, talk to the community, talk to wise investors out there, everybody, and para lang din we can all pick each other's brains. I think that's always very important.
Nice. All
Palagi
right.
din akong mali eh.
Totoo.
Hirap din ng
True.
market talaga eh. So it's nice
True.
to
Yeah.
exchange.
Correct. Yeah, so you heard it from a VP ng 2TradeAsia, guys. Makikita at maigigess ulit natin siya. Probably kung once a month or every other month, no? Na pwede
I'd love
as
to do
long as
once a
you're
month.
available.
I'd love to do once a month. If we
Yeah.
can.
We're doing it usually Tuesday, Thursday. So let's go. Yeah.
Count me in. Count me in.
All right.
I'm
So
usually
guys,
free on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
sakto sa schedule. Sakto sa schedule. All right. So guys, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much, Sir Chase. Okay,
Thank you very much,
saktong-sakto
everybody.
pareho pa tayo ng ang tawag diyan ng bagsakan, di ba? So you're doing it for the Ako naman, I'm trying to make trading easy because
Coach
diba,
John,
uh,
I'll wear my Izanagi next
yeah,
next visit. My
using
t-shirt.
Izanagi. Yeah, dapat uniform tayo sa next live. All right.
Sounds
So
good.
see you guys. Thank you. Have
Thank
a
you very
great
much.
day ahead. See you. Open ang
Good evening.
New York
Thank you.
market. Bye.